Are you able to hear me clearly, everyone?
Good morning.
Fine. So let's draw the diagram first. Let's see how many of you remember. And on top of the things what we have discussed, we will add some more few and we'll do the practical. The first thing is we need to create our VPC. First, let's create our own VPC which have its own side flag. Again, in main VPC, we will have our own. We can create subnets, whether that can be combination of public, private, private. Usually 99% in companies it's a combination of public and private. But by default, whenever you create a subnet, it is by default it's private. We have to create as per our requirement one to public. So here, the moment you have created subnet means each subnet it has its own side name. So how can we make it public? Any subnet?
Enable public access.
And then
After launching, we can enable the public access.
two things. Mm. We have to connect to internet gateway. We can't connect internet gateway directly, so we will connect to internet and this route table also is a custom, not main. So this way we have made the private to public. So in public submit we will be launching website. So website means website will have a one public IP and one private IP. And the security group is will open HTTP port for all, whereas SSH that needs to go inside. Whereas SSH is only for Mac. Similarly, in this private submit we will be launching your database server. So here let's say it's a MySQL. We have launched a MySQL here. So for this we'll give complete access to the public server so that the web server can pull data. So already discussed in any company, directly customers is not having to access database. Only web server will pull the data from web server and it will show to the customer. And here also, so this is one of the security groups, there is the W3064. So I think till here we have discussed in our regular class. We try to directly SSH from here to here. But have we success? But did we success it? I mean, when we're trying to SSH into database directly from outside VPC, are we able to go into it?
No, sir.
No,
So
because
we
there is
cannot
no. There
internet
is
get based into private subnet.
right. For that, we need to create that. So first, let me recreate till what we have created on in our previous class quickly. Not that much time I will take. Actually, it's a matter of 10 to 20 minutes. That's it. But still I'm drawing slowly, that's why it's taking time. So now, actually last time I have created 1 hour that complete whatever I have drawn in the diagram in that now. But now I'm just quickly creating 5 to 10 minutes the same. And on top of that we will discuss the other things that Bastion and NAT things. That's yes, okay. Right. So here, let's check if we creating the VPC. So if we now VPC on the side of I don't want any VPC in the default. Then create VPC. So these are the things you need to remember. Whenever you create VPC, DHCP, route table, and NSP, and get created automatically. Next, let's create submit. So this all belongs to default VPC, but we want our own submit within our VPC. So the first submit moment, I'll start always with the side 1024, and I'm going to use it as a public, and I want to launch in one A availability. Unique level one. As I said, as of now, just remember one submit is equal to one available. After doing practice, we'll discuss theory on this VPC, then you'll understand clearly. 10 0 0. So now to create one more submit private. 10 0 2 0 20. And we are going to make test private, and it's in one big not availability thing. The side range is 10 0 2 0 20. That's it. Let's create two submit. So out of this, actually, I have just named it as a public subnet, but technically I did not make it. So now let's make it as a public subnet. If you want to sort any, if anytime you put somewhere here, just sort it by clicking on this VPC. It will apply the filter automatically. Okay, both things like that. Okay. So how can we make this public? First one enable. Okay. Okay. Second one we need to attach it to internet gateway. So let's first create internet gateway. Just now internet gateway. So you don't forget to attach it, okay? You have just created an internet gateway, but you need to attach it to VPC. And then attach. So now, since you can't attach internet gateway directly to submit, you need to take the help of route table. Can I use this route table for connecting internet gateway to public submit? What is this?
No.
That is private. No, we can say.
Right. So what did we discuss? Every time we use all the main components, whether it can be NACL. After some time, we are going to discuss NACL. For now, main components are always we wanted to use for connecting private submit. So just name it as private route so that you won't get confused. So that's why we need to create a new route table and name it as public route table. Now with the help of this route table, we will be connecting our internet gateway with public subnet. So go to public route table. So one end of the route table, always remember, the route table is something like water sprinkler there. You know water sprinkler we see outside in the garden. So for water sprinkler, water will come from many sources or one source of water.
So.
Source is only one, but destination is sprinkler means it can garden 3 4 gardens at a time. Why? Because the input is only one. Water is coming as input from one pipe, but output is from like many sources. Wherever you want to distribute the water, that many outputs are there. Same is the case with route table. Route table, so whenever you get confused, what is the purpose of router? Just take the example of a water sprinkler. So here the source of internet is which one only? Internet gateway, from where you are getting internet. Actually, what did I say? In once you go in companies, even in our project, we are going to discuss two public subnets at the time, two public and private. So at the time, if you want to make two subnets as public, what you will do simply, I want to create one more public route table. Route table only will be one. Simply I will attach this route table to another subnet also. So route table acts like a what sprinkler. So one end of the route table is always source of internet, another end of the route table is always destination of internet. So first one is internet gateway. So what I need to type in the destination?
0.
0, 0.
0, 0. Why? Because the language of internet is 0, 0 in AWS. One end we have created to route table, another end is we need to attach to the subnet, then only technically it will become, now it will become public actually. You see the moment you have attached the public subnet here, it got it. So before it was empty line is there here, but now it is saying okay, you have attached the one more subnet. I think till here we have, oh sorry, we have created now the public subnet and we have private subnet as this. Because by default any subnet is private, so it is moving it. And what did we do in this? We have launched the private subnet. Right? So let's launch instances so that it will finish what we have done in the previous class. So let me go to EC. Let me quickly launch both web server and the database server in public subnet and private subnet. So here you should be careful, not default VPC, my VPC, and it's a public one. First we are launching the web server. So web server means you need to use the script. Web server. No security, I think already we have created that. Okay. Sorry, security group will get deleted when we delete VPC. So let's get VPC web server security group. And then already have a keypad VPC web server. Then launch instance. Fine. So let it launch quickly in public subnet. Meanwhile, we launch the database server in private subnet. So now this is also within our VPC, but now it is in private server. I will fire that database commands after launching. Now I'm just launching as a normal machine. VPC database security group we need to create. So VPC DNB security something like. So what are the ports we need to open for a database? Mice equal 3306. So whom you need to open? For everyone?
Public subnet.
Okay.
Private IP. Private IP. Private IP.
Which private IP? What private IP?
Your
Who's
IP.
zero? Who's
Your IP.
who's zero?
Admin IP address.
Just see the port number. See the port number. What is 3306? It belongs to database. So who wants to access? Who is having access to pull the data and show to the customer?
Yeah, admin.
Server.
Who is admin? Admin will go inside and do the work. Why will admin pull the data and show? What we are drawn in the diagram here.
Public server will have it.
Who will go into double three? Who will go into database and pull the data and show to the customers? All the web servers. Since here in the example I have shown you only one web server, but in real time in companies you will have 100 web servers. So will you keep on adding 100 IPs in the security group here? 100 IPs. MySQL, one IP, MySQL, another IP, MySQL,
No.
another. No, right? So at one point, you have to give permission to all the machines at a time. So that's why we will make use of the side array. So that no matter how many web servers you have launched in your public subnet, all the web servers will have permission to go and pull data and give to the customer. So don't get confused. As per the port, your answer should be there. So it's a public subnet side. So whenever if you get confused, just mention in the description so that whenever while practicing also you won't feel confused. Public subnet side in the description. Actually, I need to open SSH also, but I can't open now. Why? Because who SSH I need to give SSH means I need to enter the private IP of who can enter inside the database.
Private IP of Jumbo?
That's
Private IP of Jumbo. But have you created Jumbo? Yes?
No.
No, that's why I'm just leaving for now. Later after I launch Jumbo, then I will come and edit in the security. So remind me later. VPC database. So I think till here we have created in our earlier class. We have launched the web server and database server, and we have entered in, we have logged into web server and check everything is fine. And we tried to SSH into private subnet, but we are unable to consent. Why? Because we don't have that root. First of all, the path is not there, so we can't go. Why my internet is slow? Did we give any connection error? Let's check if any. Sometimes if you are unable to do also, that means there might be some issue with this. Should not be an issue. Every time you are using this sector the PPT. So this is our website application. So let's check why it's not working. www no, everything is fine. What is this? Very weird person. Give me some. No one told me. Such a silly mistake. What happened? What is the issue? Why are you not able to see? I did not open HTTP first of all. So this is a security group of web server, right? We are discussing the diagram. Yes. Yeah. All to this one and only admin for SSH. I don't know, for some reason my whiteboard is not, or else I would have drawn I think. Yeah. So now it will work. You can check it. Right. So it's working. Yeah, till here we have discussed and we have checked that we tried to SSH directly to database server, but we are unable to. Why? Because there is no root. So now let's create a root to this database server. Okay? How can we do it securely? We need to create a bastion. We can call it as bastion or jumbo. Anything is fine. So what is the security group bastion? Who can go inside a bastion box? Only admin can go. And how can and who can go inside a database?
Bastions.
Still will go.
Who?
Dash it.
Yes, only bastion, that also private. Why private IP? I already said. Whenever the communication is between inside the VPC. So we always use in the security groups private IP. But whereas if any traffic is coming from outside the VPC, we need to use public IP in the security group. So that's why which IP I have used here in SSH. Even I am the admin. Which type of my IP is it? Did I give my laptop IP or my public IP?
Okay.
So now let's create this and we'll have a secure connection. So let's launch a Bastion box. Bastion box is nothing but it's a normal box here. It's a simple box. Usually actually in real-time companies we will use mp2.micro only Bastion box. Because the only purpose it's used for jumping purpose. No technical. We don't run any software.
So that is nothing but one of the service, right?
Not service, it's a box. The name of the box. There is no software at all. It is just used as a bridge, like a bridge. If you want to cross river, how we just use it as a bridge like that. There is no technicalities going in it. We don't install any software in it. Just the mission that sensor bastion or jump. Sorry. And the security group is VPC jump box security. So only admin can enter inside the bastion. Now resume launch, create a new keypad for your bastion. So, and then download launch sensor. Now meanwhile I'll convert that time to PPT. But bastion. What did I say? Once you have launched you need to take the private IP and enter where this value private IP of Bastion. Copy it and paste where
Database subnet.
submit.
database.
Where I need to enter the private IP. You need to enter that in the security group of
Database security group.
database. Then only we can go inside security. So we can only add SSH. So it's a custom one. It's only 10 slash what I need to give after slash
That it's only for one machine.
so one machine means what is the subnet number
36.
Zero. Zero.
No, that 32.
who said 0 done you're done for today just don't check the second when I explain the calculation private API best so now we have launched the best so first if you have okay let me go okay, now it's working fine let me remove this and work so anytime whenever you launch any machine in a private subnet it will have only one private IP in the package and now how we will be entering from here being admin from first here I will go inside the bastion from bastion I will go inside this private that means the database that's why I have given the private IP of here to here that's it so simple logic who can enter inside the bastion can only go inside the database and who can enter inside bastion only admin so this way we have created a secure path so now let's do that so first let me go inside bastion box action connect open okay this is okay. So just by seeing the number of the series, you can say yes, whether it is a public subnet or private. How, by seeing the number, how can you say whether this is public or private?
Public subnet starts at 10.0.
Public subnet starts with
We have given the server range of 10.0.1.0. But
right, yeah, that's the subnet range. So that means in one slash 24, so 10 dot 0 dot 1 dot 0 slash 24. That means I can launch 10 dot 0 dot 1 dot something like 0, 1.1, 1.2 like that. How many? 2 power? I mean 251. We have discussed that calculation. So one of the IP randomly launch DHCP given SN is 10.0.1.20. So it is something like just by seeing the series, you will be able to say because today once you go inside the company there will be 100 machines. So just by seeing the IP of the machine, how can you say first of all immediately whether it's a public machine or private machine? Because you are the cloud engineer, you have created your subnets, right? Okay, one series means public subnet. Tool series means private subnet. So how can you suggest by seeing IP whether it's a public or private IP? I have taken the reference of this one series. Yes, you need to be careful. You need to be really concentrating. Okay. After finishing class, when you have all day, just go through the things. This is a basic thing. When I said, how can you say a machine is public or private? I did not ask you it's a web server or database. I simply asked you basic question. Whether it's a public or private. Simple logic. What is a public subnet side mean? It starts with 10.0.10. So whatever the mission here, the IP always starts with 10.0.1. Till here it's common. Only this last number will be changing anytime, whenever any mission launches. So now we can look and check whether the Bastion server is getting internet or not. Okay, so I think all the packages are now. So yeah, now listen. So now currently from outside my VPC, being admin, I have entered into Bastion. So now from here I need to enter into my database. What is the type of key I need to use here? Whether I need to use pen, password or PPK, what? Just see the diagram, think carefully and say me the answer. Now if you don't say me this answer, this is something different. It's a very basic question.
Linux to Linux.
Right, good. So here Bastion is a Linux machine. Database is also Linux machine. So what is the type of pen? What is the type
It's
of
a
key?
pen. Pen.
So we discussed that table in our fifth class in the starting beginning of the session. Our class we have I have given you one table. Windows to Linux, Linux to Windows, something like that. The table which type of key we need to use.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what I will do, so since we have key, what I will do, let's go to database instance. So since we have to connect to database, actions, connect. So now I said whenever you want to connect Linux to Linux, you know need to copy like this. Simply copy the full command as this and paste in. So we want to connect from Bastion to database. Already I'm inside my Bastion. So just I will simply fire the command now. Paste it. So what do you think is, can I connect now? If I fire this command? What it's saying? Just by study the error, I don't know which line you will study the error and say me what is that. Because the answer is there in error only.
Because we have used pen key, not PPK.
Authentication host cannot be established.
Nothing complex, very simple. Answer is given in very plain, simple English. No complex words also.
To access pen. Pen file is not accessible.
No, means what?
We have to use PPK.
You have to use PPK. Who's that? So what did we discuss again? We no need to change our basics. Basics are same always. If a Linux to Linux means type of key is PEM. So just because it is not connect, you no need to change your basics. PEM key is correct only, but study that first line completely. What they have written in the end, in the first line. You see, answers, whenever you get error, answer will be there in error only. By seeing the error, how you have debugging, how you are rectifying the issue, that comes with experience, right?
Pen file is not accessible. It's not able to detect the
Right.
pen file where it is.
It's not able to pick up the PEM file. So is it correct or not? Whatever the machine is saying correct. Did we keep PEM file in the Bastion box? Press LS. Is there any key in this location? What does this do? -I means it is searching for this is searching for the PEM key in this current location. Where are we in current location? PWD. In this location it is searching for PEM key. But did we But where is the DB PEM key? Our PEM key? It is in the bastion box or in our local machine?
It's in the local.
It is what you are doing. You see, you have lock in your pocket and you are searching it somewhere, something like that. So similarly, here you are having a DB key in your local machine. This is my local machine, and currently you are in bastion box. You want to from bastion box, you want to connect to database box. The key is here, but you are firing from here. We want to enter to database without key in your bastion box. So first, what you need to do, you need to copy the key from where to where.
box to bastion.
First, you have to connect from your laptop to that bastion and then copy that key. Then you have to fire this command here. So next comes the question: how can you copy a file from Windows machine to Linux machine? Right. There is a software called WinSCP. We have to download that, guys. Go to Google and say WinSCP download for Windows. Go to the first one, official website. Official website, download WinSCP. Actually, I have already installed in my machine, so I'm not downloading now. But if you guys want, you can download it from here. From there, you can download it. Come down here. You see, download how much? 10 MB. It's a small software, just 10 MB. Just download it and you install it. I have already installed in the system. So straight away I will search from my taskbar. WinSCP. So you see this left side is my, what is this left side, guys? You can see here.
Local desktop.
Local machine.
This is my local machine. Now I want to connect to which machine first?
DB server. Database subnet. DB instances.
Bastion, sir.
Why are you getting confused, guys? What did you do? Currently I'm in Bastion box and I tried to connect to database box, but I was unable to connect. Why? Because it is saying in your Bastion box there is no PEM key related to database key. So what we thought of doing, first we need to copy that key from my laptop to Bastion machine. So I need to connect to which one now? From my local machine. So left side will be my local machine, right side will be
Bastion.
Bastion. Right? Okay, so get the details of Bastion. This is not Bastion, I think this is private. Just Bastion. Connection is same only, same like how you connect in the putty. Same you can connect in this WinSCP also. Simply give the details. Authentication. Upload the PPK file of Bastion. So you just need, that's why I said you have to practice the diagram. I have given the diagram, right? You have to practice it. If you are confident with the diagram, automatically you will never do any mistake. Now login. So now it is connecting to the Bastion. So now left side is my laptop, right side is my Bastion machine. So if you want to copy anything, you see currently in this directory there is no files. See home EC2 user. Just before we check, right? Is there any file in this when you press ls? See, nothing is there. So what we want to copy now from laptop to Bastion, which key?
10 DB.
Bastion PEM
Oh,
key.
oh my god, who is that? You need to go through all the from first class. Who is saying the terms? Okay. Why you will copy Bastion key in Bastion only? Now check ls. See, just before nothing is there. Just now I have copied from laptop to my Bastion a database key. Fine. So that's it. Now this purpose is there. Now we can close the software. This one. So now I will fire the same command ssh -i vpcd. See, now this file is there or not in this current path? It's there. Now we have copied it, and this is the IP of which one?
Private IP.
Private IP, yes. Yes, that's a good answer actually. Just by seeing the IP, you can say it's a private IP. Why? Because the series is 2 series. 2 series is a private subnet. So now click enter. Did it work or not? Where are we now?
DB.
We are in the database instance. Okay, 10.02 this one. We are in DB. Fine. Any doubts guys still here? Anyone? I know it will be a bit confusing, but tomorrow's so what I actually thought of explaining today on the other concept also the NACL. But tomorrow while coming to the class, I don't know when you will prepare. Just draw the diagram at your home. To who is having confusion, just draw it 2 to 3 times. Make sure of connection because tomorrow again I will draw the same diagram. Again I will do the same connection. But tomorrow I won't answer questions. Today I am helping a bit with the answers. But tomorrow I will never answer the questions for these connections. Only if you say tomorrow correct answers, on top of that I will be explaining a new concept NACL. Okay. Because I can't explain you simply if you're saying wrong answers, some of you here. At least some of you are saying some wrong answers, others are not at all saying. I don't know how much you understood. So yeah, now currently I'm in database instance 10.0 to 77. So if you want, you can cross check whether it's a database instance or not. Go to DB and check its private IP. Okay, see 10.0 to 77. Okay, fine. So successfully we have entered, being admin, I have entered inside my database, that also securely through the bastion. Now what is the next thing you need to do? Let's say in my bastion now, not bastion, sorry, in my database now something, my MySQL version is 1.0.1. If I need to upgrade it to 1.02, how can I upgrade? You need to have a connection of internet. But is there any connection for this private subnet? Just by seeing the diagram.
NAT will provide the internet of the TV.
Right, right. So for that, then comes into the picture called NAT. NAT. We need to provide NAT. So what will NAT have? NAT will have a private IP, not public IP, something static public IP. What is a static public IP? Elastic IP. It will never change. Why elastic IP? I will say while doing practicals I will say actually. And then can you connect NAT directly to private subnet?
Main RP, with main RP.
Right. Good. Good. Main RP. Main router. So what we'll do? Let's launch NAT first. Let's launch NAT. If you want, I will prove here, guys. What I will do? I will fire that command. I will fire im update, and we'll see what will happen. I'm firing this command on database server and see. I just want to check whether internet is coming or not. Simply m update is fine. Why? Because if you are trying to update the machine, if internet is not there, it will stuck in the first step only. See, if internet is there, immediately it will show something, whether the packages is up to date or whether it is pulling from somewhere. But it did not show anything. See, in the first line or two, it got stuck. After some time, it will give error. Let it work. Let it come. I'll show you. Yeah. What did it say? It's error something. So what is this error? It is unable to bring it, right? Because there is no internet connection. So let's bring internet connection, that also securely. Just because you want to give internet connection to private, what did we discuss? We should not connect. If you connect like this, with the help of any this route table only, actually you don't need to connect it. Actually, if you connect this route table to this, automatically this will become public. But is that a right way? Is that a secure way to provide internet to your private subnet? What the simple, the blind logic is, if you want something to be secure, it should not be in a contact with internet gate. Okay, just remember this blind rule, guys. If you want something to be secure, that means private completely. Customer should not be at all be able to access at any port. Simple logic is you need to make sure it is not in touch with direct touch with internet gateway, but it should have indirectly contact. So how did you have indirectly contact internet here? First, internet will come from internet gateway to NAT. From NAT, it will go to private subnet. This is how we have given indirectly connection. Actually, internet won't come from here to here, guys. Actually, this won't come from here to here. Why? Because NAT is not a. Have we discussed this? NAT is not a easy to install. What did I say? NAT is secure. NAT is something like a box, a simple box. It don't have any ports like 80, 443, no ports at all. Why? Because who will have ports? Only EC2 instances will have ports. But what did I say? NAT is not an EC2. It's just a box, simple plain box. Wherever I place that box, it will come that power. Let's say if I launch NAT here, guys, will it come internet? If I launch NAT in a private subnet, will NAT will get have internet? No. How NAT got the power of internet? From where it got that power of internet? Why? Because right. Why? Because I have launched in the public subnet. Whatever the missions I launch in this black box, you see, this black box, automatically those missions will have internet. Why? Because I have given the power to this black box. I have given the power of internet by attaching it to internet gateway. So automatically whatever the missions I will launch in this black box, automatically all the missions will have the power of internet. Similarly, what did I do? I have launched a box called NAT. It's not an instance. That's why it's just a box, plain box. So automatically this NAT also will get internet. Why? Because this is a part of this black box. Now that internet I will share to my private subnet by connecting with the help of route table. So here you're providing internet securely to a private subnet. So did I connect internet and gateway and NAT like this? No, right? I have just launched this in here. I never connected like this in direct contact. So now let's launch a NAT. Where will be NAT? Go to VPC, NAT gateway. So create NAT gateway. You can give any name, something like my NAT. And in which subnet you want to launch NAT?
Public
Private
subnet.
subnet.
That's what I said in the diagram and explain what did I say if I launch in private. Will NAT will come internet? See? If I launch in private subnet this NAT, there is no use of this at all. First of all. The whole purpose of we launching NAT is we say NAT, okay, I have launched in your main power box called internet box. So hey NAT, you take the power from that main box and securely give it to the private subnet. And now I have to launch this in a public subnet. Then only it will. And what did I say? NAT will have a public IP, but which type of public IP? Static public IP, which is called elastic IP. So here you might be having why they want all instances are having normal public IP, but why only for NAT elastic IP? The reason is you see, who takes care of this NAT? Who ta- AWS takes care of this NAT gate. This is NAT gateway. NAT is not an instance, it's just a box. And AWS takes care of that box. So if you observe carefully here, what is the connection between your route table and the NAT? How you are connecting NAT and route table with the help of your elastic IP base, NAT gateway ID. So the only connection between the route table and NAT is this IP. Okay. So already we have discussed about if it's a normal public IP, if it's a normal public IP, if sometimes for some reason if the machine stops and starts, of course here NAT is not a machine. So maybe if sometime any downtime occurs for a NAT, so what AWS will do? AWS will immediately bring up new NAT. Okay, new NAT. So when new NAT comes, will the same IP will be there? If it's a normal public IP? No.
No.
The IP will be changed. Yes, what AWS will do? AWS will say, okay, Revant, I will bring the NAT. If NAT goes down for any reason, I will bring it up. You don't need to worry. But if the IP changes, the connection between route table and this is broken. Why? Because first time the IP is something different. First time the IP is something 1, 2, 3, 4. Now when new NAT comes, maybe the IP is 5, 6, 7, 8. So every time I can't keep on attaching these two instances whenever it goes down. So what AWS said, Raymond, I will bring up NAT for you if it goes down. But since you don't know, maybe let's say in the middle of the night if NAT goes down and I will bring up the NAT. But who will give connection from NAT or the route table? Every time you can't do this manually. So we already discussed in that scenario which we want a static public IP. What is a static public IP? Elastic IP. So that is the reason why AWS make it mandatory. Even though you forgot, you don't need to worry, guys. Without Elastic IP, you can't create a NAT gateway. It's a compulsory. See, it's an option. You can't escape this one. If you don't give Elastic IP, you can't create NAT gateway. But I am explaining you the concept. Why Elastic IP is necessary only for NAT gateway, but not for other web server. So if anyone asks you why you are giving Elastic IP to NAT, what will you say? Right. To maintain a stable connection always between the NAT and route table. Why? Because the only mode of communication, the only connection between route table and NAT is this elastic IP. So if it changes, if IP changes, the connection will get break. That is the reason why we came up with this solution, and it's a mandatory solution given by AWS. So simply I will say elastic IP. So here is it in the green color. Elastic IP address of the and then create NAT gate. The NAT will take a bit time, like 1 to 2 minutes. So give it just currently it is in 20 minutes. So give it a meanwhile. How can we attach? So you have created a NAT gateway. How can you attach NAT to subnet with the help of RT route table? That was the main. Do you need to create or it's already there main route table?
It's already there.
Already created.
It's already created when you have created it.
Private route table.
Right, good.
Main is
You see, private already it's there. How can you say it's main or not under main it is? Yes.
main is yes.
Right. And have you attached this route table to any subnet? Just by seeing here you can see. No, it is
No.
empty. So what will we do first? Let me attach one end of the route table to private subnet. Private means 0 to. So one end of the route table successfully this right side. This I have attached to private subnet. What I need to do now? This end left side. I need to attach it to net.
NAT.
Right. Go to route. Edit route. Same. How we have done for internet gateway. Same thing you will do here. But the only thing is instead of NAT, instead of internet gateway, now you will give how you are providing internet now with the help of.
NAT.
So what I need to give you in the destination? Yes. Yeah, this is fine. This is NAT only. This I am missing.
NAT elastic IP. Static IP.
It's okay. Whenever you get that doubt, simple logic. Why you are providing this? Remember that you are providing this for internet. What is the language of internet? Zero zero.
0, 0.
Simple logic. Okay. So when I know it's a bit confused. Usually so many times even after 2 3 times also they will get confused. So whenever you get confused, whether you have to give any IP or any other things, security, so many confusion will come. Simple logic is just think 2 steps back. Why I have provided this NAT here? Simple. So you know you are providing NAT. So what is the language of internet in AWS? It's a 0 0. So actually for internet gateway also we have provided 0 0 here. For NAT also provide 0. Why? Because internet gateway. Why we have provided internet for providing internet? Now why we have provided NAT? That also for internet. So everywhere I kept 0 0 only. So now you have successfully completed the skeleton here. This is called the skeleton diagram. You see launching EC2 instances, launching databases. After this we'll discuss database. These all are easy, guys. You see this is all easy. But if you do any mistake, in these connections, whatever the connections we have made, if you do any mistake, you can't. I mean, you can feel that mistake while you are practicing. That means you will be unable to go from web server to database. The connection won't be there. So simply your manager will ask, Revant, I don't know what you will do. You do the connection. You have created the VPC. You know about the VPC. You have to establish the proper connection securely. That all. So that is the reason why you need to really focus. Okay, you need to really focus on these connections. So after today's class, draw this diagram. See my both recorded videos, today's and my previous, practice it at least one time. Those are don't not having time, at least practice one time. Those are having time, practice 2 3 times if possible. Create everything, see my first, see my video. By seeing my video only, do the first time or 2 times. Third time try to do without seeing my video. So in tomorrow's class I really expect answers quickly as well as correctly. So now let's check it. So you have provided now what we need to check. We have just given connections, but did we check whether internet is coming or not still? Have we checked? No. Let's check now. So currently I'm in database. So how can you check whether internet is there now? Simple command is try to update. Working or not now? Yes, it's working. So now let actually I did not install any database agent, right? So now let me install yum install. MySQL. No, with the help of that internet, you have installed the MySQL agent. So later on, moving further, if any time, like I said, if you want to, so currently maybe your install have some version called 1.5.5. So tomorrow after some days, you want to install it to upgrade it to 1.6.5. So for that, you need to have internet connection. So now you have given that internet connection securely with the help of NAT. So this is the skeleton structure. So I'm repeating once more. I'm emphasizing this much means just imagine how much important. While I'm saying maybe it looks like easy for you, but when you're practicing, all the real-time issues will come when you only use practice it. So just practice it. On top of this, again, I am going to add some more few features. That is easy only actually. Whatever the new feature I'm going to add, that is easy only. But I want you to be perfect at least here. What did I say? This all skeleton structure. What did I say? You go through both the videos, okay? Previous class video and this class video, both you go through. Then only you will understand. Because where some who have answered the wrong answer today, who are unable to answer today's question, so that you will know where you are lagging behind, where you are having some doubts in the concept. That doubt you clarify in the first video where I explain you the theory, and then you do the practical. So do you have any doubt at least now in this? If you have any doubt, you can ask me now. So why you have Revant, why you connected this one to here, why you connected this one to such type of doubt? You have anything, you can ask. Again, I'm going to draw the same diagram. Again, the same connections tomorrow also. Then you can ask me.
Yeah, Ryan. Actually, IGW is internet
Gateway.
purpose, right?
Yeah, internet purpose. Internet,
Yeah.
it's a
NAT
source of
also.
internet. Yeah, NAT,
Yeah.
actually NAT is, it's by default, I mean by birth, NAT is not having the nature of giving internet. NAT is just it's just like a solid rock, you see, solid rock.
Okay.
If you place a rock in the sand, it will be a sand rock. If you place a rock in the water, it will be a water rock, like that.
Okay.
So where did I place that rock? I place a rock in a power called public subnet. So it got the
Okay.
power of internet from this public subnet. That's what I said. If you can place NAT in the private subnet also. While doing practicals, I showed you right in the drop down, you can choose public subnet or private subnet. If I choose private subnet, that means what will happen? This whole setup will go here. Is there any setup? Is there any use of launching NAT here?
No.
This is not having any power. And you launch something inside this. If you launch something inside a powerless thing, that also won't have any power. If you launch something which is having power, that also will get power. As simple as this.
Okay. So instead of NAT, we can't able to connect from IGW.
Right. Instead of, I mean, you can connect. That's what I said. If you want to give internet to this one, how can you connect? Simply, I will attach this route table to this one. How did
So
we attach?
directly to.
Right. How did you attach one end of the route table to public subnet this 010? Similarly, I will add one more table. Simply, I will say in the same route table, I will give one more line. Add 10.0.20.00, I will say in the route table. So what will happen?
Okay.
Internet will come like this. But is it safe?
No.
What did I say? Nothing should be direct contact. Nothing should be in a direct contact with internet gateway. If you have something in direct contact, that is a bit insecure, a bit insecure.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, guys, you just practice. It's okay. I can understand. It's like, actually VPC is the only the complex topic in all the services. That's our reason. Only VPC is the thing which is complex, but that is the only thing which gives you respect. Being a cloud engineer, people treat the cloud engineer as a very technical person. Why? Because cloud engineers are having a proper knowledge of VPC setup. So when you're learning a complex thing, I know it's a bit hard, but you have to work hard for it if you have to understand it.
Yeah, so Raven, for every public subnet, we have one bastion and one NAT server, right? So it is 1 to 1.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Okay, guys. Have a nice day. We'll meet in tomorrow's class.